Today I'm going to show you some of my favorite custom matches that I love to set up in 2K23. First one we got to do is going to be First Blood match. I like to do this with a normal one-on-one Extreme Rules. We need to turn off the pin and submission and go down and just toggle on First Blood. You can do a time limit in here, which makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more exciting if you want to do that. So you could do something like a 30-minute time limit, get rid of all of the match run-ins too. Keep the health the same. Finishers, I don't really put them on for a lot of them, and then swap out your weapon wheel so it's going to be a little bit more fun for a First Blood match. Simply name it and you're all set. Now the next one I want to do is a traditional TLC match. I love the Hardys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian. That was my jam when I'm growing up. Old man Matt here in the chair. But let's do a 6-man match. Obviously you can do TLC tag, but typically it's still going for the championship above or the briefcase, right? So to do this, you just set up that 6-man match, 6-man TLC tag, and then just set it up so you're gonna have like pins only so that we can actually have a winner in this thing. And you're still gonna get a traditional TLC match out of it, but instead of going for the titles, we're going for tried and true, pin your opponent. Set a finisher to 1 to have a little bit more fun, and you're all set. Now the thing is that we got different weapons in here, so you want to be able to set this up as a tables, ladders and chairs match. So we're going to make sure that we have 2 of everything so that we really have some options here. We got the chairs, the tables, and the ladders. We're all set. The next one I love doing, and it's more of a theme across multiple matches, I love elimination matches. Whether it's going to be like a Survivor Series match or it's going to be tag teams, like I love elimination style matches. It adds a little bit more drama to the whole thing. So right now I'm gonna go back in time because I love elimination triple threat matches. So if we do a triple threat match, you could set it up as normal TLC if you wanted to, Extreme Rules, but if we go for a normal elimination 3-way match, we can set it up where we have eliminations just simply set as on. Have the ring out is fine. Rope breaks, we'll keep it on. We don't want false count anywhere, and you can accept it. This also makes it a lot of fun when you're going to put titles on the line or you're going to put double titles on the line. So if you can put both titles on there and it's going to be an elimination match, it heightens the drama because you could be taking the title off an existing champion. And sticking with triple threats, another one that I really like doing is going to be a triple threat 2 out of 3 falls match. This one I end up giving it to Extreme Rules just to heighten more drama, get a little bloody in there too. But all we got to do is set up 2 out of 3 falls for this. We don't want the KO on. Falls count anywhere I still leave off. Give them 1 finisher to start. Their health can be normal, and then you can set up the weapon wheel however you like. Okay, the next one we gotta do, we need a traditional Survivor Series match. We gotta set up an 8-man match here, set it up as a tag team, and then go and have some fun with the eliminations. Now you could set it for pin and submission only. I like doing just pins personally. Iron Man we don't want on, KO we don't want on. You can leave disqualifications on. Ring out can be fine, but it's the elimination piece we want to make sure that is turned on. I give everyone a finisher to start because you might get some quick eliminations in this match. Set up the weapon wheel differently if you want to be able to add in tables and sneak some stuff in there. But you need that traditional Survivor Series match for these guys to go at it. Then we just name it Survivor Series 4v4. Okay, the next one I want to try to do as best we can, is going to be Championship Scramble. They don't have it anymore, and I love a good championship scramble. If you're not familiar, the scramble happens where you got like 5 participants in the ring. They're going to be coming in, and the pinfalls, every time you pin the opponent, you win the WWE Championship. And you got a time limit on there too. So it's how many times can you get the pinfalls, and then you could win the title. Whoever's the last guy at the end of the thing with the most wins ends up winning the title. It's a lot of fun, and WWE doesn't do it anymore, and that bothers me. So what we will do is a standard 5-man match. You can make this Extreme Rules if you want to. I'd personally just go with a normal match, and then you want to be able to set up 2 out of 3 falls. Gives you the best chance that the AI and other players are going to get some pinfalls in the match, and at least let it stretch out a little bit too. The key here is that you want to be able to set up a time limit that you like. For me, I probably set this up as a 30-minute time limit to have the scramble match, and I'm going to start everybody off with 1 finisher. The weapon wheel you can set up the way you like, but now you've got a nice championship scramble match to go along with it. Okay, the next one, you can't do this in the game. It's a real bummer, but as best we can, we're gonna set up a gauntlet match in 2K23. Let's go down to handicap matches, and you can set this up as 1-on-2 tag, or you could do, which is what I would do, which is a 1-on-3 tag. Set up a 1-on-3 tag with pin and submissions for both. Set eliminations to be on. So we're going to eliminate every opponent, or you could get eliminated, but it's a traditional 1 versus 3 tag team match with the eliminations put on there. If you wanted to really change it up and have a little more fun or a little bit of a chance to win, set the DQ as off and no count out either. I leave the finishers at 0 so that it's going to be a real challenge to be able to do this. Obviously do this on like legend difficulty to give yourself a real challenge here, brother. And then set up your weapons and you're all set. Another 5-way match that you really should try is going to be doing a 5-way tables match, but we do a 5-way tables match with eliminations on. So you're getting a really hardcore match here. Obviously, if you survive all the eliminations, then you're going to be the winner. So set this up however you like. Throw on all the finishers just to make it a little bit, well, more chaotic. And eliminations are obviously on for this. And if you want to, set up all of your weapons here to make it accurate. Set everything up as tables, and then that way it's a true tables match, brother. Now we can't do one of my favorite matches of all time, which is 3 stages of hell. The best that we can do is you set up a 1-on-1 match with 2 out of 3 falls and have some fun. So I like to do no holds barred for a 1-on-1 match. You could put pin and submissions on, but you want 2 out of 3 falls match. You could put the knockouts on too, because you're going to be able to have kind of like, well, you'd be able to do anything you want with this thing. Falls count anywhere is off. The time limit, you probably want to leave off if you want to have more of a tried and true 2 out of 3 falls or 3 stages of hell kind of match. It's unfortunate that you can't really do this in the game. I really wish we could, but you could also change this up too. You could do like a 1-on-1 steel cage match with 2 out of 3 falls on if you wanted to do that, or you could just stick with a regular no holds barred match, 2 out of 3 falls on. Turn off the run-ins, give everybody a finisher to start, set up the weapons how you want to, and you're good to go. Now with war games, you can customize slightly, nothing crazy in here, but what I do like to do is that whether it's going to be 3v3 or 4v4, I go in and I have it for pin only. I turn off the force the opponent to exit the cage, and I change the interval time. You can go up to a very long time before the next opponent is going to come into the match, but if you turn this down into 30-second intervals, the war games match will begin a lot faster. You could also set this up so you have your finishers are on high, and it's going to make things a little bit more chaotic when you are going to start the war games. The other thing that you can do is I would probably add in like more tables to do a few more table spots in the match, making it a lot more fun, a lot more dangerous, and especially when you can ignite all of the tables inside of war games. Now to go a little arcadey, another match that I like to do is a fatal 4-way under a normal win conditions, turn off pin and submission, and I like to do finishers match. Perform the finisher to win this thing. You could take it up a notch and have 2 out of 3 falls if you'd rather do that, but if you do a finishers with eliminations on, you can have a lot of fun. And I would set up the time limit so you have some constraints here. So if you want to be able to set this up as like a 30-minute time limit, fatal 4-way, finishers only, elimination match, you can have a ton of fun with this. Now you can make it even harder if you want to have no exiting for the ring too, so that nobody is allowed to leave the ring ever. Now set up finishers for none, and you can keep the default health high, so then everyone's got a good shot at this thing. Let me know some of your favorite custom matches and click here for more 2K23 gameplay videos. See ya.